9 experienced hikers, 1 frozen mountain, not a single scream for help. The Dyatlov Pass incident has haunted investigators for 60 years, and the real answer is far worse than anything they published. February 1959, 10 students set out into the Ural Mountains of the Soviet Union. 1 turned back sick. The other 9 never came home. Searchers found their tents sliced open from the inside. All 9 had fled into minus 30-degree darkness, without boots, without coats, without a single word to the outside world. Something made them run so fast, so desperately, that tying a single shoelace felt impossible. The official Soviet report listed the cause of death as a, quote, compelling natural force. That phrase was buried in classified files for 30 years, but here is what the files didn't explain. 3 of the hikers had internal injuries so severe, crushed ribs, fractured skulls, with no external wounds, like they'd been squeezed by something invisible. 1 woman was missing her tongue, her eyes, soft tissue, gone, and the snow around her body was stained a deep, unnatural orange. Investigators tested the clothing. The radiation levels on their bodies were 4 times the safe limit, in the middle of a mountain with no nuclear facility for hundreds of miles. The KGB sealed the case. Witnesses nearby reported glowing orange orbs drifting silently over the mountain the same night the hikers died. The Mansi people, indigenous to those mountains, refused to guide searchers to that specific slope. They had a name for it: Kholat Syakhl, the Dead Mountain. They said the mountain did not belong to humans, that something lived in the pass, something older than language, older than fear itself. Here is the theory that was suppressed. Not an avalanche, not hypothermia. Infrasound. Infrasound, frequencies below human hearing, can be generated by mountain wind passing over specific ridge formations. It causes panic, disorientation, hallucinations, and at high enough intensity, organ failure. The hikers didn't run from something they saw. They ran from something they felt, vibrating through their bones, their organs, their minds. A sound that isn't a sound, a terror without a source. You cannot scream when infrasound is filling your chest cavity. You cannot think. You can only run, barefoot into the dark, convinced that if you stop moving, something will catch you. Some of them climbed trees in the dark, their fingernails shredded against the bark. The broken branches were 15 feet up. They were trying to see what was coming. Nothing was coming. The mountain itself was the predator. The wind shaped by those ridges was a weapon, tuned perfectly to destroy the human mind. But that still doesn't explain the radiation, or the missing tongue, or the eyes. The Soviet military was testing parachute mines in the area that week, weapons that detonate mid-air, releasing shockwave pressure, radiation, and temperatures that carbonize soft tissue without breaking bone. The hikers were in the wrong place. The government knew, and they buried every file, every body, every witness for 30 years. The last 4 bodies weren't found until months later, buried under 14 feet of snow in a ravine. They had built a shelter. They tried to survive. They almost made it. Igor Dyatlov's watch was still running when they found him, frozen mid-step, arms raised, like he died trying to push something away. No screams, because the infrasound stole their voice before it stole their minds. Because the mountain decided, and the mountain does not negotiate. Researchers who camped in that pass in 2013 reported waking up paralyzed with dread, certain something invisible was standing over them. They left before dawn and never went back. The pass is still there. The ridge is still shaped the same way. The wind still moves through it every winter night. And it is still perfectly tuned.